In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys 10 of the most underrated structure mods for Minecraft 1.18.2. All of these mods add high quality structures to the game and are relatively unknown for how good they are. And if you find yourself interested in any of these mods, you can find a link to each of them in the description below. So with that being said, let's get right into it. To kick things off, we have the Goblins and Dungeons mod. This mod adds new camps throughout the world where you'll find various types of goblin enemies for you to fight, as well as pots and chests containing loot for your troubles. These camps vary in size, from tiny little settlements with only a few enemies, to giant keeps with hordes of goblins, ogres, and even the Goblin King. Overall, it's a really solid mod with some new, high-quality enemies. Next, we have the Additional Structures mod, which, sure enough, adds a ton of new structures to the game. These structures vary from small little camps, farms, and other features to revamped jungle temples, pyramids, dungeons, and more. And if that weren't enough, it also adds a few new buildings and decorations to the Nether and End. In total, this mod adds over 170 new structures and biome decorations to the game, so it's definitely got something for everyone. Next up is one of my personal favorites, Integrated Dungeons and Structures. This mod adds several massive dungeons to the game, each of which are very high quality. But what really makes this mod special is that it is specifically made for mod integration. Rather than relying on vanilla blocks like most modded structures, these dungeons utilize a variety of new blocks and systems added from other mods. There are mechanical doors that open with Create, decorative blocks from Biomes of Plenty, animals from Alex's mobs. The level of integration and attention to detail is just absolutely phenomenal. If you're already going to be playing with some of those other mods I just listed, then I highly recommend giving this mod a shot. After that, we have a couple of mods that add smaller structures to the world. Philip's Ruins adds a variety of small settlements and ruins that help to add some history to the world of Minecraft. None of this mod's structures are very large or consequential, but it's a great way to make your world feel a bit more alive. Similar to that is Explorations Plus, which also adds some small structures to the overworld, but also adds a couple of dungeons like a new jungle temple pyramid. These dungeons are mostly pretty small, but they make for some fun extra early content in the early game. If you're looking to add more of a fantasy vibe to your game, you'll want to check out Soaring Structures 2, which adds many different types of floating islands to the overworld. Some have villagers you can trade with, others have ores you can mine at the bottom, and you can even sometimes find caves and dungeons inside the island itself. Moving on, we have Towns and Towers, which is actually a data pack instead of a mod. This is a really impressive data pack that revamps and adds several new and improved villages to the game. As a structure modder, I can tell you firsthand that making a good village structure is very hard to do, and so this data pack is particularly impressive to me. But not only does it add new villages, it also completely revamps pillager outposts as well, adding several new variants to the game that are much better than their vanilla counterparts. And if that weren't enough, this pack also adds several new structures, such as this massive fleet of ships that you can find in the ocean. Next, we have Shrines Structures, a mod that adds various large mansions, shrines, and other buildings to the game. Most of these new buildings are quite large and impressive, and each one has a different theme and unique architectural style. My personal favorite is the World Tree Manor, a very rare structure with a highly intricate interior to match its beautiful exterior. If you're a fan of rare but high quality builds that focus on the small details, this is a mod you're gonna want to try. Nearing the end, we have Biome Makeover, a mod that revamps several vanilla structures. And as you may have guessed from the name, this mod also revamps several vanilla biomes, changing their features as well as adding some new plants, decorations, and even a few new mobs. In addition to that, it also adds a new cursing system, where you can amplify existing enchantments on your items in exchange for a new curse being added to the item. Several new curses are also added to the game, such as the Curse of Depths, which makes it hard to swim, and the Curse of Conductivity, which makes you more likely to be struck by lightning. This new curse system really fleshes out the concept of curses, which is pretty dry in vanilla. And I know this is all kind of beyond the scope of this video, but this mod's revamped structures are so good, I just had to include it. And last but not least, we have Bygone Nether, a mod that adds several new structures to the Nether, as well as new mobs to inhabit them. There's the Citadel with a new kind of Enderman, the Piglin Manor with new Piglin Hunters, and the Catacombs, a spooky series of chambers filled with wither skeletons. This mod also makes Bastion Remnants spawn exclusively in the Basalt Deltas biome, as well as improves the design of the Nether Fortress. And according to the ChrisForge page, it is compatible with Biomes of Plenty, Amplified Nether, and Incendium. Anyway guys, that's going to be it for this video. Let me know in the comments if you decide to use any of these mods, and let me know what kinds of mods you want to see next. Alright, later.